Hello, I'm going to call this video how to max out your account. The max is 3,300. Um, I haven't actually tried to max out my account for like a year or something like that. But if I was doing it actively, excuse me, you start with 9 slots if you're going to spend money. I recommend uh, opening up all your character slots. I think the max is 20. Um, And if you just started, you want to make 9 new characters. And you want to get them to the cap, which is 50, I think. And then get on the next character, make it 50. Get on the next character, make it 50. Um, and so on and so forth. Pick things you like. Uh, I think Khajiit, if you're going to pick an alliance, the Amiri Dominion, even if I don't like elves because they come off as rude to say the least, is the best alliance if you haven't upgraded your account to get um, any class. I mean, what is it? Any class, any alliance, or whatever. I don't know why. When I started the game, I like Daggerfall the best, obviously. Um, and you probably want one of each, Amiri, Ebonheart, and Daggerfall. But after that, you want to make them all pretty much Amiri Dominion because of the PvP map, which I'll show you. And the reason why you want to get all the characters, you might want one of each, like a Nightblade, Templar, Necromancer, Warden, Arcanist, a Sorcerer. I think that's all of them. Dragon Knight. Just so you can change them. And it doesn't matter when you start out, you either want to pick, if you want to be DPS, you want to pick heals and just level it as a healer because it's going to be easier to get dungeons. If you want a tank, you obviously want to pick a tank. A tank has the fastest queues. Uh, and the reason why you want to do this is because each character gets a daily. Um, right now, we have an XP event, and those are always good. So you get 100% XP bonus. So this is actually one of the best times to level. And you could probably get all your characters maxed out if you're a hardcore grinder and these basically 14 days left. And these are my 2 junk characters that I haven't done anything with, but I got them max anyway and just set them in front of a horse person. So I'll start with her just to show you the basics if you're starting a new character or you're power leveling your account. Uh, you probably don't want to try to max out each character until you do like all your characters. And usually I love Somerset, so it's right here. And I'll just camp out a new character right in front of the horse person. Even the proxy. And I'll grab my stamina or my horse thing. And then you go to Activity Finder, Dungeon Finder, and usually it's 100. It's 100,000 at max, but it's going to be a lot less for lower levels. But if you have all your characters are maxed, you're gonna get 100,000 per character, and if you have 9, it's almost a million XP. Right now, if you have 9, it's almost 2 million XP for your account. Uh, so you want to do your random dungeon. If you like battlegrounds, you can also do that um, on every character, and you will get about 2 million XP. So that is the actual easiest way to power level your account is to have 9 characters, and try to get them to level 50. And once they hit 50, you get account XP. So let's say 9. So you get, once they're 50, and you start your CP points, which is the little weird star thing up there, and you do all 9 characters. You don't have to do battlegrounds if you don't want to, you don't like it. But if you do that every day and then get on your main character, um, you're going to get a lot of XP, a lot more if you do battlegrounds. Um, and there's also another way to level your account. I don't think I've logged on this person today. Or to help your account, I should say. And that, I have no skill points, is, uh, oh god, shut the heck up. I wish I never did that quest.
That was beautiful, Kurtarus. She would have loved it. I never knew you could sing.
Oh.
The old man is full of surprises.
Okay, so this is another way to help your account out. And you want to farm some sky shards, or one of the easiest ways is to go into public dungeons, and there's 1 sky shard, and if you kill the world boss, that's 1 skill point and a third of another one. And in this place there's 2. I haven't done the one up here. I think it's way up here actually. So this place actually has 2 public dungeons. There's one here and one down there, and that is 2 skill points and almost another one. So if you go, most places on the map, like this one has one, and if you complete the quest, it'll turn white. But obviously, I just ran in there, killed the boss, and got my sky shard to get my skill point. That is a great way to farm skill points for your account. And the other way to help your account out is to actually try to get all the hirelings. And it's going to give you crafting materials every time you log on. There's none there. And it also can give you some legendary mats. And there is, yeah, there's none for that one either. And if you do this on all 9 characters, every time you log in, you'll get a bunch of free mats. Hopefully you can get some rares. The purples with the food is as high as it goes. For the stuff you mostly want to craft. The golds usually still require those 2 purple mats. I think that's about it for power leveling your account as fast as you can. It's going to be having all your characters within CP. So I'm pretty sure it's 50. Check my armor. Yeah. So once you get 50, you start earning CP, and you don't really want to start getting weapons or golding out weapons until your CP is 160. But if you do the daily dungeon on 9 characters, you're going to get 160 pretty fast. Yeah, that's it. Champion points. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Let's see. The PvP thing. I have never been here. Let me get on a different character to show you. I don't PvP a lot. But this is my PvP character. I think I'm going to buy a token and actually change him to the elf. Something Dominion. Amirian. Dominion, whatever. And the reason why they are the best. Oh, what the heck? Why can't I see the cities? I actually have to go there, I think. So we're gonna go to Cyrodiil, and you can see like, uh, let's see, or just go here. And the game is biased to the Alderian Dominion, or whatever they're called. And this is why there's two cities down here that give quests. This one and then this one, Cropsford. And this is your starting area. I think these two. So if you scroll out, the two cities out of the three are in the Aldir Dominion or whatever they're called. Amirian. Aldemir. Aldemir? Ugh. I've been slaughtering that name. They're in your starting area. So if you consider this half of the map your starting area, your two cities are closest here. And this is the third city, and we'll say like this is their starting area, and this is their starting area. So all the starting areas kind of overlap uh, if you consider like their halfway point. But the two way shrines are uh, right here, and right here. So they have to fight over one city. Whereas if you go Aldemir, Aldemar, whatever, the Dominion, you'll have two starter cities closest. Um, so that's why I would recommend picking the account upgrade that lets you get the Imperial race and select any any race, any alliance uh, for your starting out. And I would recommend a high elf if you're gonna grind experience and be a magic character, because you get like 1% extra experience. Not groundbreaking or anything. But pretty much all your characters but two, um, I would recommend being Aldemar, Aldemir Dominion. Simply for the fact that if you ever have to go to Cyrodiil for like a quest or you want a PvP, um, it's just going to be easier because there's daily quests here. You can take 5 at a time or do the quest. I think there's only 2 or 3, but you can complete each one like 5 times or something. Um, whereas in here, uh, also if you are going to spend money, uh, I recommend only maxing out the really hard skills to get on one character, uh, and then buying them for the rest. It's easier if you have a job and you're gonna spend money. It's so much easier. The hardest skills to max out in the game are, let's see, the Sigic Order is not really hard, but it's annoying. The Mages Guild, not really hard. It is annoying. You can do a daily for 10 rep and a chance at getting 15, and then there's picking up books. So annoying. Uh, what is the other one? Scrying. Scrying and excavation is a grind. It's easy to do, but it is time consuming. And lastly is PvP. Super annoying to do. Um, so if you're going to PvP on multiple characters, I would pick one. And if you're going to spend the money, uh, spend it and just unlock it. Also, if you plan on farming all the sky shards, uh, and then unlocking him through money. I also recommend doing that. And I think that's under upgrades. Um, so there's your additional character slots. Uh, I would recommend buying these 3 for backspace because it's account bound. You get extra 15 slots. Um, and I, it's not going to show it for me, but this is where you buy. Um, I think this is where you buy the Imperial race. And here's your skill lines. So once you have this maxed out on another character, you can just buy it. I wouldn't recommend Fighters Guild, um, Thieves Guild, maybe, Mages Guild, maybe, Sigil Order, maybe, depending on whatever. I wouldn't recommend these 2 or that. You can just ask people. Don't spend your crowns. I wouldn't recommend your soul magic. You can just complete the storyline and it'll max it out for you. Thieves Guild, maybe, but you could. It's not that hard to get your Thieves Guild maxed out. You do a couple of dailies, you can complete the quest line. Uh, Brotherhood, if you really want to, but it's kind of easy too. I went and do it. The ones I would do is the Alliance, the Sijic Order, wherever that is, because it's annoying, and probably the Mages Guild, wherever that is, right here. Uh, but these 2 aren't hard. They're just annoying. The Alliance is super. These 2 are I would just because they're so time consuming and they are really annoying. Uh, this one is probably the worst. So if you were just gonna grind it out, the easiest is definitely Vampirism, Werewolf, and Undaunted. Thieves Guild's pretty easy. I'm just lazy. Dark Brotherhood, pretty easy. I think that's it. And then your Sky Shards, like if you wanted to farm them on one character uh, and then buy them for the rest, you could definitely do that. But they're not that hard to get. And you really only need skill points on one character to be a crafter. Where's the way shrine? Let me get out of here. Uh, the other account tip is to have a crafter. If I could remember where the companions thing was, I would tell you that one as well. I think these are all my tips for building your account. The next one is to have a crafter. Let me see if I can find the companions thing though. I think it's under journal. Achievements. I don't think it's under exploration. I doubt it. I don't remember though. I might have to look it up. Quests. I don't think so. Prologues. Hmm. Maybe quest. No? Totally don't remember. Probably character. Are companions under? No. Justice. Uh, oh, here it is. Okay, thank God. So character, this is how you get all your companions unlocked. And their passives will be unlocked for your entire account once you do it with one person. You want to get them not to max rank, but close to max, like 80%. They have to be max level, and then you have to get these trophies. Uh, so water skin, da 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 da. And once you do this for each of your companions, you will unlock uh, their little thing for your whole account. So that's definitely good for account building.
I need to tell you something. He
All right.
probably better than.
So since I have him unlocked, whether he's out or not, uh, my fish bite rate will increase, and I have a higher chance of getting a trophy fix. I mean, a trophy fish. Um, all right. So that is companions for your account. Lastly, is a crafter. You only need one crafter for your account, and this is probably going to be the character you're going to farm skill shards on. Mine is a Sork, high elf, and this is going to be this is going to be the one you're going to need the most skill points on. Am I in the Deadlands? What the heck? Oh, I'm in Craglorn. Okay. Well, Craglorn is actually a place you want to farm the entire storyline. Um, you can hit here, go down to here, and start it because Nirnhorn. I think that's all. Like, I've played this game since beta on computer, but I still haven't unlocked stuff on her just because I'm lazy and I can get one of my other guilds to do it.
Good quality there.
So you have a chance to get a material here and only here. And the green tree is what you want to do. Master Gatherer will help you. And Meticulous Disassembly, you technically only need this on your crafter. And I will show you why. Let me farm this. Boop. I don't think I can farm anything here to get mats really quick. But I can show you the route.
Here we go.
It's this way shrine here, and there's just a little circle around here to get the crafting routes. Usually there's always somebody here farming, and there's nodes. So you're only going to get it with plants. They give you cloth, not the alchemist stuff here. And not these. You're only going to get it with the jewel crafting, the woodworking, and the clothing, and the blacksmith. Those are the only ones that are going to give you
The Evan Harvey
Nernhorn.
dealer. Zone. WTS 72 different.
And
The Evan Harvey dealer. Zone. Diagram. Minecart track. Slope left. The Evan Harvey dealer. Zone. Diagram. Minecart track. Slope right. The Evan Harvey dealer. Zone. Diagram. Minecart track. Straight. The Evan Harvey
all
dealer.
right.
Zone. Diagram. Minecart track. Switch left. The Evan Harvey dealer. Zone. Diagram. Horse's trunk. Heavy.
All right. So crafting. Um, the things that are going to help you in champion points the most, or building your account, is probably to level up everything. I would use the armory station and just reset all your skills and your champion points, um, to help you level and pick your account. A guild should have this, and there's a lot. If you want a good guild, you want a free trader guild, um, on your server, wherever it might be. If you're PlayStation, why buy elsewhere? These are my guilds. Um, and they have a guild trader, they have a guild trader, they have a guild trader, and they're all free. They never ask you for anything. They're good people, but you can find this. I would never pay for a guild trader. Uh, I just wouldn't. When there's so many ones that have their own guild trader, and you'll get a pretty good spot. Not the best spot, but if you don't want to pay like 5,000 gold or 15,000 gold a week, uh, I would just get a trading company with a free one, and they will have a maxed out guild hall. Uh, Definitely, if they are a free guild trader that has a guild trader, they definitely have a maxed out hall. I've never seen one that purchases a guild trader every week that doesn't have a maxed out hall. And you can use the armory, like I said, to reset skill points, to like grind for your cooking. Uh, but basically, a crafter, uh, you're going to want to max out everything when you're first starting out. So, my woodworking, I have everything researched, so I do not need this for my woodworking. But if you're just starting out, you will. Provisioning, you're going to need everything maxed out, whether your cooking is maxed or not, to cook stuff. Jewel crafting is maxed, like I have everything unlocked, so I don't need the research times. If you don't, I would highly recommend this. Uh, my enchanting, I don't think you need keen eye runestones because they glow red. In the bright of day, sometimes it's easier to have this. If you have the extra skill points, I recommend it. Clothing, I would pick everything. You could always pick this as one instead of three to save you skill points. Uh, and then my, I think clothing and blacksmithing is not maxed. Like I'm missing a couple items. I'm researching now. Um, so once these get done, you can take that off as well. Same for blacksmithing. Alchemy, snake blood is the most worthless skill ever. I don't know why you would ever pick this. Um, it's just worthless. Uh, yeah. So now I will go into kind of
Elsewhere. Orchid underscore rain. Want to trade for guards.
must-haves. So even if you're not a crafter, um, no matter what class you
Orchid
pick,
underscore rain. Style page. Worm cult hunter arm cops.
no matter what,
Orchid underscore rain. Style page. Worm cult hunter boots.
no matter what you pick, your class, you probably want all your passives uh, for each of your class. down here. And this is just how to build a character. You're probably going to want all your passives, no matter what. And whatever you're using as your main weapon, I think I'm using the destruction staff. Am I? Why didn't I put any of my passives? I probably reset it and forgot, to tell you the truth. Well, Nikes. Let me see. Well, what am I wearing?
Why buy elsewhere? Mega Surge 93. I might have guards. Gotta switch BRB.
So, I think I'm just wearing a lightning staff. Okay. Sheesh.
Why buy elsewhere? Orchid underscore rain. KK.
I'm not using any destruction staff abilities, so I don't need that one. I have one equipped, and I can do status effects. And then that one, I don't have any abilities, so I do not need that one.
Why buy
So
elsewhere?
the
Mega Surge 93. Style page. Worm Cult Hunter guards.
the recommendation is to wear one light, which if you can, usually though, I'm not a good example because this is a 1 bar easy build, is to wear one heavy.
Why buy elsewhere? Orchid underscore rain.
And I
What you
put
want to
on a
trade for?
dress. Oh, I just want to see what it looks like. One heavy. If you're a tank, it's going to be pretty much all heavy armor, one medium, one light. If you're a
Why
cloth
buy elsewhere?
wearer,
Mega
because
Surge
you
93. I need both, so whichever.
are a magic, it's going to be one heavy, one medium. If you wear medium armor, it's going to be one heavy, one light. And the reason why you do this is a super long video, is because of Undaunted. So increases your max stamina, magic, and health by 2% for each type of armor you have, heavy, medium, and light. And if you have one heavy, at least one medium, and at least one light, you're going to get a 6% bonus
Why buy
to
elsewhere? Mega Surge
all
93. I sell guards.
your main pools. Yeah.
Why buy elsewhere? Orchid underscore rain. K. I'll send both. Guards was my last.
All right. So down to your weapon. If you have a 2 bar build,
Why buy elsewhere? Mega Surge 93. K. TYDM.
and you're using 2 different types of what is my, where I have, she would actually probably be the best to explain all this on, but
Why buy elsewhere? ILIKEORCHIDS. Drop rate for gold mats from boxes got axed in a hotfix yesterday. Sad face. Why buy elsewhere? Orchid underscore rain. YW.
all right. So down to weapons. If you have, you might want 2 different types of weapons. So if you have a 2-handed on your front bar, which my Magicka Necromancer does, and she used to, but I didn't reset this stuff. Stampede and Carve are really good, and you just grab all these. And apparently I did do my destruction staff, even though that's all I'm wearing. I changed her gear back. You want to pick up these, and you also want to be aware, like if you're not using the skills, you're just using the weapon, be aware that some are skill based. Like this one says destruction staff abilities. Since I'm not using the abilities, I don't need that one. And when I kill an enemy with a destruction staff ability, not the destruction staff, I restore magicka. And the shield at the bottom is only for the ice staff. So even if you weren't running any destruction staff abilities, but you had the ice staff, which gives you a damage shield, I would pick this one. So those, like, depending on what you're wearing, dual wield, uh, any of those. And then if you're following the typical meta, which is running one piece of armor, you want all these passives. Excavation, if you have it, the only one you need to me is this one. It just shows you where treasure chests are at. Legerdemain, to me, if you're not pickpocketing or sneaking a lot, or you don't get caught by the guards, so if she's not a necromancer, I don't pickpocket with her. I don't do the Thieves Quest or, what is it, the Dark Brotherhood, the Assassin's Guild. So I don't need kickback. I don't need light fingers, and I don't need improved hiding because I don't sneak. But if I pick up a Thieves Trove, I can sell it. So that one improves your chance of forcing locks. You will come across locked treasure chests in dungeons and other things across the world, so that helps out.
Why by elsewhere? Infamous 203. Hey guys, would anyone mind helping me out with a vamp bite, please?
Scrying, if this is not my main scryer. So I would recommend,
Dragon Trading Company, Zombie, Plague 360, Vet Pledge LF Tank and Healer.
ugh, since this is so intense, to not have your crafter as your scryer, unless you just have a ton of extra skill points. If you do, yeah, make your crafter your scryer. If not, I would break it up and have a character that also has a lot of skill points to be your scryer. Soul magic, the only one you really need is this one and this one. Free soul gems, free
Dragon Trading
res.
Company, Aim Drifter. What are the dailies?
These are kind of must-haves. This one, this will help with PvE. This is really the only one you need unless you are running all this stuff. But I would like to point out, increases weapon and skill damage by 3% for each ability slotted. And Flawless Dawnbreaker is pretty awesome. It gives you an extra 300 weapon and spell damage, blah blah blah. But if you're not running it, Intimidating Presence is all you need for intimidating what you need for some quest. Mage's Guild, the only one you
Dragon
really
Trading Company,
need,
Zombie, Plague 360, Vet Pledge LF
unless
Healer.
you are running Mage's Guild stuff, is the Progressive Will. Psijic Order, if you're not going to do it, you just want to start the quest line. And that, if you need to start the quest line, you have to do the Somerset storyline up to a certain point. Meh. And then it will take you over. I don't know where the teleport is, but go here, and I think it's within the first 3 you will actually get a portal to this place, Artaeum. And once you get here, you might be able to start the Psijic Order quest line immediately. There's a guy inside this tower, and if you talk to him, he'll tell you about some trinket they've lost, which is like a talking head. And I think my friend, yeah, he's right here. So this is the thing he sends you after.
I've got to admit, I'm a little thrown off by the aesthetic, mate. No unpaintings, less than 1,000 angles, hardly any transliminal spheroids. I don't know. I'd give it a soft adequate.
Anyway, long video. So once you start the quest line and turn that guy in, this is really the only thing you want out of here, unless you're going to run Psijic Order stuff. They do have, what is it? Accelerate is good. I have that on one of my characters. Mend Wounds or Meditate. I think Meditate. So there's a lot of people like Undo. So people do use Psijic Order in their builds, but if you're not going to, this is the only one you need. Because you will see little portals that give you free stuff. So that's really all you need out of that. The Thieves Guild is helpful. Like, I haven't done it on this character. Swiftly Forgotten, if you plan on picking pockets, doing Dark Brotherhood, the Thieves Guild. If you plan on doing the Assassin's Guild constantly, doing the dailies, you like pickpocketing, stabbing people, I would definitely do the Thieves Guild first, because your bounty is decreased at max. You get more from stolen items. If the guard catches you, you can claim clemency. All these things are good. Decreases the range you could be witnessed by guards. The Undaunted I already went over, but I'll go over again. Excuse me. When you're doing synergies, this will help get your what do they call it? Your pools back. So health, stamina, magic. This will increase the max pools, and these are all passives that work no matter what. Continuous attack. This is the only reason to get your assault to level 3 or 4. Oh, they nerfed it. Because at level 1, it increases your gallop to 15%, and that's the only thing you need. So, if you're not going to PvP, you still kind of have to PvP to get your assault to level 4, because you want your mount speed to be increased by 15% at all times. You don't really need anything out of there unless you are support. If you're support, Warhorn is really good, and it upgrades to give everybody like 20% extra critical damage for like 10 seconds or something. And I think at max it's 30 seconds of max magicka and stamina. And magic and stamina, whichever your higher pull is, goes to your damage. So Warhorn is good. Also, barrier is good. You get a barrier for 30 seconds. I think most people pick the heal. I don't know what the other one does. And of course, I think this one comes automatically, no matter what. And once you hit 50, you can max all these out. So no matter your race, I definitely recommend maxing out your passives. And alchemy, if you are not a crafter, you might want 1 to 3 in here, and medicinal use, and that's all you need. Blacksmithing, 1 to 3 in keen eye, and a hireling. That's all you need. Clothing, and this is, of course, if you're not a crafter. You're going to want 1 to 3 in keen eye, and a +3 in your hireling, so you get mats for your crafter. Enchanting, same thing. You don't actually need here because they glow red, but 1
Why
to
by elsewhere? Face
3,
no more 64. The time is upon us once again.
up to you
WDE.
if you
Your
don't
chance
see
to win the
them.
Mad God's money. This time Uncle Shio is having fun somewhere in Rimmen and elsewhere. Find him, invite him to trade, and win 15k instantly.
All right. Enchanter hireling, of course, and this one I would recommend because you get a chance to get every rune stone when you extract rune stones. Drill crafting, 1 to 3 in keen eye. That's all you need if you are not a crafter. Gourmet is probably number 1, and the hireling if you don't have the skill points. Most of the time, you're not going to be using a drink, so I would say this one first. Actually, I would say probably, yeah, I would say gourmet, and then hireling is probably more important than connoisseur, but I would have these 3.
Why by elsewhere? Face no more 64. Oh, and do it quickly. I can't stand it here more than 5 minutes. Whole city smells like one big litter box.
He's in elsewhere somewhere. Yeah, and then wood crafting, you want the hireling wherever that is, right here, and 1 to 3 and keen eye, and think that's I think that's all I could tell you about all the tricks and tips to get free mats every day. I don't even think I picked these up. Somebody bought something. Yeah, free mats. I think I briefly touched on guilds, but I will close with that once again. I would recommend starting your own guild with friends or just getting people to join. Like, hey, I'm trying to start a guild, and you want this for extra bank space. Uh, so at least have your own guild so you can have extra bank space to store stuff and play with your friends. Uh, and if they have their own guild, so that's my friend, Band of the Gypsies. Uh, he actually has a bunch of guilds for bank space, but these are my 2 friend guilds, and I would recommend at least 3 trading companies, unless you were gonna do the thing and bid on guild traders and conquer Cyrodiil. Then it's not gonna matter for you that much. But having 3 to 4 trader guilds is going to help you out. So you get 30 items to sell over 15 days. Um, and that's going to help you sell all the junk you do not want or don't need uh, from your inventory. Or just rare items you pick up that you already have and you don't need that recipe, that motif, and motifs, or they change how your armor looks, basically. I just wear costumes, so I don't care about motifs that much. Um, the other thing is a bank. A guild bank will help store like crazy items. Uh, the next is like bank management. You only need like 10,000 gold per character usually. Like that's going to be the most you need, even if you're doing riding speed every day. You'll probably make some gold on questing. Even if you reset your abilities or champion points, and if you want to do it for free, the armory station. And this is why you would use the armory station, because you don't want to pay the gold every time to reset your skills or abilities. You keep one blank, one your whatever build this is. It's something, whatever. That resets your skills. Trading guild skills. Skill points that you need. How to max your account. Uh, I recommend getting all your companions and then doing all their quests. I think I went over that earlier. I think that's pretty much everything you will need to know to build your account. Uh, I think this would be the last tip, that every area has its own quest line, and a lot of those give skill points. Uh, I think the Necrom is probably one of the best. I think every other quest, it gives you a skill point. Doing the main storyline uh, will be in your journal, and she's done most of the main storyline. So she's finished the main storyline, and now she's got to run through Ebonheart and whatever the other place is. So doing that main quest will help you get a skill point. I guess we could briefly talk about the Undaunted, and I think that's about it. I'll just go to a different character and collect more free mats. I think she might be a better example of, since she doesn't have all her stuff, she's not a crafter.
Starlight bride of Alinor, lost in storm and spray. My starlight bride of Alinor,
Why by elsewhere? Face no more 64. If this Khajiit fighter doesn't hit a bullseye in the next minute and give me some entertainment, I'm banishing him somewhere horrible. Like the Deadlands. Or Wisconsin.
I think she'll have a better skill thing. So she's got all her passives. She does run destruction
Why by elsewhere?
staff.
Corpse dead. LOL.
So she's got all her destruction staff. She's got all her light. She's got all her ledger main. She's got those two. The one for Fighters Guild, one for Mages Guild. She does run Sigic Order, so I have them all. I didn't do Thieves Guild with her. She's got her 2 Undaunted. I don't know why I picked those, but whatever. She's got her continuous attack, all her Khajiit, Kenai Regents, Hireling or Hireling Clothing. I guess she's not my enchanter. Oh, she's not my enchanter. But she has Kenai Runestones for whatever reason. Kenai Jewelry. She is my cook, or she used to be. I made my other one a cook just because. That is another way to do it. If you don't want to farm a lot of skill points on one character, you could always make somebody your word worker, somebody your provisioner, someone your jewel crafter, someone your enchanter, someone your clothing, blacksmithing, and alchemy, and so on. But it would just get annoying to log on and off. So that's why I
Why
stopped
by
her
elsewhere? Face
being
no more
my
64. Be on
cook.
time. Nobody found Uncle Shia this time. But look for him again when he pops in randomly for your chance to win the Mad God's money.
And my word worker. Champion points. Oh, they recently changed it. So I think there's like a lazy way to do it. I can tell you the laziest way to do it. Steed's Blessing. Master Gatherer is probably what you want to pick out of here. This one is free now, so you can click List Good Efficiency. You don't need to slot it. You don't need to slot Rationeer. You don't need to slot Professional Upkeep anymore. This one is also free. That one's free. The laziest way is to pick Fighting Finesse, Wrathful Strikes, Arcane Supremacy, and Endless Endurance is 100% the easiest way to set it and forget it. It's not going to be mid-max for whatever you need to do, but having max stamina, max magicka works for everybody, and so does getting weapon and spell damage, and so does getting extra critical strike. The set it and forget it here
Dragon Trading
is
Company, Amelia Lithian. I'm up for anything.
Vitality, weapon and armor, and rejuvenation, and I don't know what you would pick for the other one. Put that one. Usually it depends on your class. For the next one, but I would say it was relentless, unless you're getting major protection for something, or if you're a tank. If you're a tank, I think it's going to be over here, and it's going to be like block mitigation. Unless your block mitigation is like 77. Yeah, so if you're a tank, it's going to be pretty much armor, health, and rejuvenation with block. If you're not a tank and you don't have a way to get major protection, it's going to be relentless plus these three. Wow, this is a super long video. Of course, you can pick mid-max. I think this is it to set up your account, and it's definitely going to
News
help
commander.
you
Zone.
out.
Anyone farming boxes.
So have a great day, and I hope that helped you. You probably could have stopped at the beginning of the video when I said make 9 characters, get them to level 50, and then start doing your daily dungeons on each character to try to max out your CP to 160 so you can start farming armor that you want. Alright, hope you have a great day.